And we are on air.
Hi guys, my name's Brianna and today we're going to be having a chat about The End of the Effing World Season 2. So let's get right into the video. Okay, so before we get started, let me just say that I will be including spoilers, so if you haven't seen the show or the season, go watch that now and then come back to this video. Okay, first of all, I am so sad that there's not going to be more seasons, but like, it was such a good season, so I have mixed emotions. I just wish they would keep continuing the story, but it was incredible and it's one of my favorite shows. Now this season wasn't anything like what I was expecting it to be. It took a whole another twist that I never would have thought of, and I really loved it. So the season starts out with the first episode being about this other girl who wasn't in the first season at all. Now this totally threw me off because I didn't know what the season was going to be about. I hadn't watched any trailers or anything like that. I knew nothing. I went to it knowing nothing but the first season. And the first season ended so dramatically. So starting the second one without those main characters in the first episode is a big deal, to me at least. But I think it was a really good choice and ended up being incredible. Now this new character is directly linked to the main characters through the things that they did, the crimes they committed. And I think that's so incredibly interesting. Now, even once I started to know what was going to happen, I thought it was going to still be like the first season. So in the first season, James is planning on killing Alyssa, but then he falls in love with her, and then he kills someone and doesn't like the way it feels to kill someone, so he doesn't do it. Now, this new character has already killed someone, so that is off the table. But I did think that she was going to like them, like the way that James fell in love with Alyssa, so he didn't want to kill her. I thought that this new character was going to become friends with James and Alyssa and not want to kill them. In the end, she didn't kill them, but throughout the whole entire season, she wanted to. There was no progression of not wanting to kill them anymore like there was for James towards Alyssa. I also thought it was really interesting how right at the end she switched to want to kill herself instead of them. But a big thing that I thought when she accidentally killed the man at the hotel, she was going to feel bad and not want to kill anyone anymore. But then she still tries to kill Alyssa and James. It's like so not what you would expect from any part of it. And I thought that was really interesting and I liked it a lot. Now, if we go to Alyssa and James between each other, I think their storyline matches perfectly how their dynamic has always been, and I like that a lot. You know, the relationship is definitely not quote-unquote normal. It's not like what most relationships are like, and I think it's really interesting and unique, and I like it a lot. However, I wish we had another season to see them grow as people. We haven't really seen them grow as people. Well, we've seen James grow as a person because he went from wanting to kill people to not wanting to kill people. But who they are as people hasn't really changed. Like, I'd like to see how them being in love and being together is going to change them more drastically. Like, Alyssa wants to skip town every 5 seconds. Is that ever going to go away? Is she ever going to mature and grow up from that? We don't know because we don't have any more of the show. And those are the kinds of things I wish we saw more of before the show ended. Another thing I wish we saw more of was what happened between the beach scene and the start of season 2. Like, we get little bits of it and we hear about it, and like, yeah, he went to court and he didn't go to jail and this and that. I wish we saw more of that. I think it would have been really interesting. Like, I almost wish that season 2 was season 3, and there was a season 2 about that in between, and that there was a season 4 about James and Alyssa's life after the current season 2. I think that would have been really interesting. It would have made more of the show instead of now it's just over. I don't know. I mean, don't get me wrong, I love the show the way it is now and I think it's incredible, but I think it would have been nice to get more out of it. I don't know. There's not really much to say about the show other than the fact that I love it and I find it so interesting and fascinating, and I mean, I'm really into psychology, so of course this would be a show that I would be interested in. But yeah. If you guys watched it and you have any opinions on it or any questions or anything you want to talk about, comment it down below. But for now, that's it for today's video. Thank you guys for watching. I hope you enjoyed. Happy VEDIN, and I'll see you guys tomorrow. Mwah. Hold on, I just realized I can't end this without talking about the fact that in the beginning, it seemed like James was dead. Like, and throughout it all, I thought that Alyssa thought he was dead until she said that he got his letter. And I was like, what? Because I thought that she thought he was dead. And that's why I didn't really understand what was happening. Because, you know, he got shot. And, like, yeah. So I thought she thought he was dead. And then it kind of seemed like he was dead. And then he just, poof, showed up. And I was like, what? And then she just, like, didn't even phase. Like, she knew he was alive. And, like, I don't know. Like, I don't really understand why there was that whole weird, like, is he dead? Is he not dead? Does she think he's dead? Blah, 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 but he's alive. I don't know. That was just another interesting thing I wanted to point out. But yeah, okay. Now that's it for today's video. Thank you guys for watching. I hope you enjoyed. Happy VEDIN, and I'll see you guys tomorrow. Mwah.